Hello lovely people who cannot sit at home. In this fun video we're heading to Disney Hollywood Studios. This is my first time visiting any of the Disney parks, and I think this will be a perfect video if you also haven't been and you're just trying to figure out what is happening and what to do. So here is us arriving, very excited, but even before we head right into it, I want to talk to you about the pricings and where you get the tickets. So you get the tickets from the main website, main Disney Hollywood Studios website. I'm going to link it down below. Over here you can see that the theme park ticket is $109. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is that this is all starting from. This is actually not the price. You need to know what park you are interested in because there's, I want to say there's about 7 parks. There's a lot of Disney parks. We specifically wanted Hollywood Studios. And when you go over here, you already see that the pricings are different. So this is the cheapest price will be over here, but it doesn't mean that your park, the park that you would like to, will be that price. So if you look at October, it's a little more expensive. It seems like September is the less expensive one, so that's one tip for you. If you would like to go in September, it will be a little less expensive. So what I wanted to show you is that once you head right here and you look at the parks, so Disney Hollywood Studios, this is actually a bit more expensive. It's $154 versus $144 that it was showing before. So that's just one of those little tips. Make sure you know what park you're selecting and go right inside so that you see the price. By the way, starting January 9, 2024, it looks like Disney is going to be dropping the price per day, and you don't actually need to reserve it by the day, but I don't know much about it because we're not yet at that time, so it will be interesting what, in terms of pricing, what is going to be happening. So here's us in the line. We arrived about half an hour earlier. We did not stay at the Disney parks. We don't have the early entry of any sort. That's why we came a bit earlier to get our spot in line. And I think this is what it's called, I think, line dropping. To be honest, I didn't really understand the reason to do that because you still end up waiting in line. So you're either going to wait in line here or then you still, you know, for example, right now we're going to go to the Star Wars. We're going to be waiting in line for the Star Wars. So I don't know. It didn't seem like it sped anything up, but people say you should arrive about an hour to half an hour to the park before. Over there we got our fingerprint scanned for the easy access back. We got a card, which is also very cool. I think it was more of a souvenir for us. I don't really know what the card is for. It's really cute. Right away we are headed for the Star Wars. Everyone was going for it. Everybody wanted to get to the rides. So the first ride, and over here we're starting to go into the Star Wars area, is the Rise of the Resistance. This ride, later on, I have found out is my favorite ride. We're actually gonna go there twice. Absolutely loved it. This is, in my opinion, the best ride I experienced in Orlando. And yeah, just even the entry, like when we were walking in, everything is already themed. Everything is like you're in Star Wars. I love when they make an experience out of a lineup, something that's very hard to make an experience out of, but you have these cool screens.
Is everyone assembled? Good. She has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batu is no longer safe.
I love the high-tech feel of this experience already, and this is just a lineup. It's not even the experience.
Hyperdrive also.
Transport takeoff in 20 seconds.
Over here, the space you're inside shakes a little bit, very slightly, very gently, and they explain to you that you have been overtaken. And here is you go in, and yeah, you're sort of like a prisoner. It's really cool. Everybody's in character. There are people, the workers who are in there. They're totally, fully in character, very serious. They take their job seriously.
Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance.
So the ride I cannot show you. All I can say is that it's these carts that are high speed, they move around. it's the coolest thing ever. There's graphics, it's just everything you want it to be. You have to experience this ride. It's an amazing ride. So over here we are looking at different gift shops and different elements of Star Wars. I love how detailed everything is yet again. Just the general kind of feel of this whole area. Everything is as if you're in a movie set. It's truly a wonder. I do not consider myself a huge Star Wars fan. I definitely grew up with it. A lot of my family members love it, and I don't know like the names of everything and stuff like this, but it's just this park, this portion of the park, it was by far my favorite in the whole of Orlando. The detail, I love anything visual, of course. I'm a graphic designer, so I love anything that has attention to detail, to this level of detail. It was amazing. So here we are heading for another ride. This is the second Star Wars ride. Again, they're making it a whole experience out of a lineup. So the lineup for the Rise of the Resistance was, I would say, about half an hour because we were early. Usually it's about an hour, I think. This lineup was probably half an hour as well. This ride was nice. In my opinion, the Rise of the Resistance was stronger, but this was also very cool. Over here I'm showing you how the bathroom is Star Wars themed, which yet again, attention to detail. One more cool gift shop. Pretty much anything Star Wars themed you can possibly want.
And I, well, is this your lightsaber? Are you trained?
Then there's a bit of a street theater. You have the, I want to say Darth Vader, but I don't think that that's Darth Vader, and he's selecting his new recruit. Most of the time the recruits are kids, which is hilarious to see because they're very into it. And that was the Star Wars section. Now we're heading to, this is Toy Story, and we have these cool alien things. We went onto this ride. The lineup was again about half an hour, and it's fun. It's more for the kids, but it was a lot of fun too. The green soldiers were entertaining everybody for sure. And now we're off to Slinky Dog. This is a ride that before even heading to this park, I knew that this was one of the coolest rides, and we were waiting in line for it, and the green guys again showed up and gave us a bit of a show again. So the Slinky the Dog was amazing, highly recommend it. It was the longest wait. I think it was about pushing an hour, but it's a fun ride. Not too much, not too little, perfect kind of ride. Here we are having the ice cream, Mickey Mouse ice cream. It was actually so good. Oh my gosh, white ice cream inside and chocolate on the outside. It was about, I think, $7, but it was so good. Here's I think it's a Chinese theater, and the Mickey Mouse handprints and footprints from 89. Very cool. Then we saw Chip and Dale. Me and my boyfriend are huge into Chip and Dale. It was part of our childhood for sure. So there is a Hollywood Tower. It's, I think, one of the scariest ones. I think it's a big drop. I am not into scary anything, and I'm not into drop rides. So I didn't go, but I've heard that it's really cool. If you're into that kind of stuff, definitely go. More gift shops. Now the obsession, at least my obsession with the ears, is beginning. The prices are about $34, $29, but they are very cool. If you're into this kind of thing, I do suggest you get it. You can get the cheaper ones. I, for example, got one from Walgreens, but they're not as high quality, of course. And it definitely shocked me the amount of different colors and themes of the Mickey Mouse ears. Anything you can possibly want. Here's a Star Wars Mickey Mouse ears. Like, how cool is that? All I got was the Walt Disney World patch because I'm gonna use it for a backpack that I'm gonna do soon. So the rest, even though it was cool, I really did not want any more kind of smaller items that I have so many already. Though all of these Christmas tree decorations were adorable. Kind of regretting not getting it now that I'm looking at it, but look how cute. So over here we're just kind of walking the park, and here's another really cool show. So this is Indiana Jones show. For the timings of the show, check out the app. This show is amazing from start to end. It was so high-packed with the coolest things. They basically show you how the movies are filmed. So they give you like the actors are doing their thing, and then they stop, and the people that are filming talk about the special effects, the fires, and things like that. The show was about 20 or 30 minutes. It was definitely high-packed. I highly encourage you to see that show if you go to Disney Hollywood Studios. So at this point, because this was kind of beginning of September, the heat was so bad that this was about 35 degrees Celsius. I think about 100 Fahrenheit. So it was really hard. So what we wanted to do was actually go back to the Rise of the Resistance, and here we are doing it again. And then we just kind of came over here because it was water, and here's Miss Piggy as a Statue of Liberty. Very cool. We did not eat in this park because we knew we wanted to go to a buffet afterwards in the area, which I'm going to show you next. And that was essentially it, because to be honest, we got a little too hot because of the weather, and the lineups were getting bigger and bigger. So I think we spent good 5 hours in the park. This was good enough for us, and we headed for the buffet. I'm gonna link down the buffet. It's called Ichiban Buffet, and the thing about this buffet is that it has a lot of seafood. And because from where we are from in Ontario, Canada, we don't have buffets with seafood, at least not that I know of. And it was really cool to enjoy some seafood as a buffet. So they have the oysters, they have the different kind of like boils. Food was really great. I do recommend it. And even though we were insanely tired, I had to check out Disney Springs. So over here we are at the Disney Springs. This is another place that you need to check out if you're in the area, if you're into the Disney, if you're near Disney Hollywood Studios. So it's just a mall, it's a shopping mall, but it is such a beautiful shopping mall. You have the Coca-Cola store. This is like, you have the cool home decor stores. It's an outdoor mall, but the outdoor looks like Spain. It looks so pretty. So just walking there is a joy. The store was really amazing. It has all of these cutouts that are cards that you can give as a present. Like this, there's a whole bouquet out of paper. You just have to open it and you're done, and it will never go bad. Great idea. So the reason why I was at Disney Springs was because of the Disney store. It has a huge Disney store that I want to check out, and it has a Lego store that I'm gonna go to next. Here's the Turning Red, the red panda. Very cool, loved seeing that. And yet again, so many cool ears. Like they're donut ears. Oh my gosh, there's just like, it's a whole like wall that doesn't seem to end with all of the possible colors and variations. So what I got was this bucket hat with a Minnie Mouse, and I got cards for my mom because she collects cards. So not a lot of presents, but this is exactly how I want, because I end up getting stuff and then I never use it. These are the things I know I will use. And here finally I'm at the Lego store. So just from the outside of it, it's like a whole thing. You need to check it out. There is some kind of wizard over there. There is a dragon inside the water out of Lego. I could not believe my eyes. There's a whole set, of course, of the Star Wars, just in the most detailed way. There's a Frozen section where we have Elsa and Anna standing next to each other, and Olaf over there. And inside the store, there's lots of things, of course, as you would expect. I specifically like this cat. And there's also a whole wall with like little pieces, and I think you can get your small, medium, or large container and you can fill it up with whatever colors you want, and you pay a certain amount, which is pretty cool. Yeah, here the regular size is $8.99, and a bit larger is going to be a bit more. So it's really cool actually if you want your own Legos. I got these roses. I think they were $12.99. I haven't actually assembled them yet, but it's going to be assembled and I'm very excited about that. So that concludes our Disney Hollywood Studios visit, together with some of the things around in that area. I hope you enjoyed this. I also did a video about Universal Studios. I'm going to link it down below as well. And I'm also going to do a video about the hotel we stayed in, which was actually amazing. I highly recommend it. It's the Universal Endless Summer Surfside Inn. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you next time.